I got these 12-inch stackable pumpkins from Dollar Tree. I wanted a darker base coat, so I'm just using some black acrylic paint. At first, you're going to see me using a paintbrush. However, I ended up doing 2 coats of the black acrylic paint, and for my second coat, I ended up using a Dollar Tree cut-up sponge because that paintbrush kept leaving brush strokes, and I didn't want that to show up. I wanted it to look nice and smooth. And once that black acrylic paint was dry, I went over it with orange acrylic paint. Again, I'm using another Dollar Tree cut-up sponge for a smooth finish. This plastic planter also came from Dollar Tree. Went ahead and painted that with that same black acrylic paint and allow that to dry. Now we're going to stack everything together, but I'm going to use some hot glue to make sure that everything stays in place. So I added a generous amount of hot glue to the planter, placed the pumpkins on top, and then in between each of the pumpkins, I just put a small amount of hot glue. I then got this skeleton from Dollar Tree, and we're gonna go ahead and disassemble him. So I started off by taking off its legs, added some Fix-All adhesive glue, which is a great substitute for E6000, to the hip bones, and some hot glue. And then I just placed that behind the top pumpkin. Hold that until it is completely dry. For some extra support, I fed through some wire in the holes where the legs were originally from, and I just tighten that as tight as it'll go. Just push in the wire so that way the pointy edge isn't sticking out. And then add some generous amount of hot glue on top of that middle pumpkin and start gluing those legs into place. Again, you want to make sure that you're holding these pieces down until that glue is completely dry. And since I disassembled the legs as well, I just glued those back into place. I then just added some Spanish moss in between each of the pumpkins. This is going to help camouflage that wire we used. And I also think it just gives this project a little something something. And then you could just add any kind of embellishments that you would like. I ended up just hot gluing this small spider to the top pumpkin. I think this came out super cute, not bad for some Dollar Tree items. I hope this inspires you to create your own in your own special way. If it did, please be sure to sprinkle the love. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thanks, bye.